guys, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're in Anaheim, California at Winter NAMM 2017, talking to Robert Keeley of Keeley Electronics. We've got Aaron, a.k.a. Nugget. I don't know. Don't ask. I think it's something to do with him and his wife. I don't know. I don't really want to know. But we're talking about 4 new pedals here. Robert, we're going into the D&M Drive, right?
Yes, sir. So the D&M Drive is a collaboration between That Pedal Show and Daniel Steinhardt and Mick Taylor. Those guys said, we need a pedal build. We want you guys to do it. And I said, we can do it. So they wanted a full range kind of distortion drive, and they wanted a mid-boosted type boost. And so we put the package together, and the final version will have the effects order switching on it. And lastly, it will have the TRS cables for connections if you want so choose, so that it'll incorporate well with Daniel's G2 switching system. So you can have control of each effect independently in a big multi-effect switching rig.
So it's boost and drive, you said,
Yep,
right?
and you can switch the order. Yep, exactly. Boost and drive.
So the left side is...
The drive, and that's the full range drive to distortion, very gained up sound. And then the boost side is a much cleaner mid-pushed voice that's got tons and tons of headroom, capable of driving any amplifier.
And what are the controls on each? Is it identical on each side?
Yeah, it really is. It's level, gain, and tone.
Okay. And then you mentioned the toggle. I didn't quite catch what that is.
Okay, yeah. So the toggle allows you to switch the orders, because these two particular effects work well in either order, and it's kind of a really nice special combination of sounds.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you can turn them on individually with their own foot switches.
Exactly. And in the final version that comes out, they'll have, you can use TRS cables, so you can choose to use each effect independently in a switching system.
Gotcha.
So you can leave both on, but actually only be using one. You know?
Now, when we came in, did we have both effects on? Both the drive and the boost?
When we came in, that was just the drive and the compressor together. Real quick, I can show the drive and then go
let's hear just that pedal, yeah. Now, let's hear the amp clean without it on, so we get some reference.
Just because of the noise, but
Yeah.
this would be
Okay. So you've got a lot of volume going into that.
There's a lot of range, there's a lot of range on the level, which is really nice. So then you have the drive. This is the boost, so the clean amp, boost. Really cool, and then together.
Very cool. How much is that going to go for?
Man, we haven't quite decided on yet. I think it's going to be like $229, $249, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to try to keep it as
somewhere around
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great price for a dual pedal.
Cool. And then next to that is a new distortion called the Filaments, right?
Yeah, it's a high gain pedal. It's like a stack in a box, right? I joked that I got tired of amplifier companies building pedals, and I thought we could show amplifier companies how to build pedals. So we decided to get in the high gain game.
Sweet. So it's got 6 knobs. Run us through those.
So there is a level, a gain, a presence. Then there's a bass, a treble, and there's a body control. It's kind of a way to
like
take
resonance.
Yeah, exactly. So you can take out some of the very low frequencies that can make a cabinet sound mushy, or a high gain pedal. And so then there's switches for a boost section, which adds bass and gain, and then there's a sag control for quite popular.
Or like spongier response.
Yep. Exactly. And then lastly, there's a clipping section which changes the diodes in it, so you can get either a real compressed type of high gain sound or something more open.
Okay.
Yep.
Sort of like vintage modern, or
Exactly. Yeah, I'd say that, especially the amount of compression. So when you move up in gain and more modern thing, you get a lot more compression. So.
Okay. Let's hear it, Aaron.
Yep. Can we try it for a second with the gain turned up a little bit more?
Yeah, let's do a couple of sounds.
So you got those kind of sounds. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's fun.
Cool. And then next up you have...
Next up is really fun. It's the Dyno My Roto, and it's got our tri-chorus in it. It took us forever to perfect the tri-chorus. That kind of DSP stuff has been really fun and really challenging for us. It's got a flanger in it, and it's got our best sounding rotary. I love the rotary in it too. So two of the sounds in this particular pedal are just off the charts. So
Okay, what are we going to hear first?
Let's do the tri-chorus first.
Nice. You want to dial in something else too?
We just keep the same kind of thing. We'll show a rotary. I'm going to use the clean boost on the D&M Drive just to kind of give it a little boost.
Okay, cool.
I love that rotary sound.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, that is fun.
Anything else from that, or should we move to the next one?
Let's move to the compressor.
Okay.
Rob, you want to talk about the compressor?
Yeah, so the compressor, what's nice about this is the continuation of my very first product from 2001.
Right, that's, I mean,
Yeah, our
I'm
steak-
sure you sometimes get sick of it being the compressor guy, but you're, for better or worse, you're famous for your 2 and 4 knob compressors, which are based on the Arion, Ross.
Yep. No, you're
And
right.
so is this a big change to the 4
It
knob?
actually is a big change because in my mind I kind of joked that there wasn't really any difference between the 2 and the 4 knob, that the 4 knob just gave you just ever so slightly more control. This is actually that same platform, but it's a first true departure from, and especially in terms of flexibility and the sound. So what we did on this one is the blend control. We looked at some really high-end mixers to find out when they decided to blend stuff, how they did it instead of, simple stomp box blending circuits. And we found that we had one that really sounded good and didn't have any errors in it with phasing in terms of when you blend in the signals. So we finally got a clean blend that I'm proud of. Lastly, when I did the steak and eggs with Josh, it had a tone control in it that I kind of modified from a Boss one. Again, we took another look at that again and we're like, wait a second, we can find a better sweet spot, something that really sounds good on guitar, like the perfect, treble control. And so I'm really proud of that again. So the tone and the blend are unique to this pedal and a departure from the old 4 knob for certain.
So you've got tone, blend, sustain,
And level.
level.
And then the switch is, I find it simplifies and makes it so much easier for players is if they have a switch that's for single coils or humbuckers. Because the problem with vintage designs is that it's easy to overload the input on an old raw style compressor. And so with this switch, you can go from single coils to humbuckers and avoid those kind of problems, especially with the blend control.
So was it kind of like just a high and low input on an amp?
Yeah, it is. It's actually affecting the attack time, which when you say high and low, to me, I agree with you because it's like, it talks about the amount of signal that's being compressed or not compressed, sir.
So it's just kind of like an input pad, or?
No, it's actually, it is more complex than that. It's after the input section completely.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we hear a couple different sounds?
Sure.
So that's with all the knobs roughly at noon, and I assume we're on the single coil toggle switch setting.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
so what else do you want to set it to?
Let's see, we can do a high, like a squishy,
let's do that.
squishy. We add some treble and some blend. There you go. Sure, play a little bit more. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of this one because I think it retains the character much better than the earlier compressors we did. The nice thing is, not only do we get all those things done, but we've dropped the price incredibly. This one will be at $129.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So we brought the compressor 4 knob down from $259 a few years ago to $199 and now $129.
Okay, cool. Now, speaking of prices, I forgot to ask on the previous two, on the Filaments and the, I forgot the name.
I know, I call it that damn
Dyno
pedal.
My Roto.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know where that comes from, right? The guy that made up the tri-chorus, his effect was called the Dyno My Piano.
Huh, no, I didn't
And
know that.
so we added the roto sound to it, the rotary chorus, and we're like, Dyno My Roto, that's good enough.
Nice.
So the Dyno My Rotos, I think that one is $179. Heck, I don't even know.
Okay,
But
and
the
then Filament.
The Filaments, I did price that one competitively, and that one is $189.
Okay, cool.
And I think I call it the damn pedal. Dave and Mick there, D&M. I think that one's going to
You
be
said
229 or
229, 249.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for showing us this stuff, guys.
It's great talking to you, buddy. It really
See
is
you, man.
nice.
Why don't you tell everyone where to go online to find out more?
Okay, you can head over to www.rkfx.com and check out the website there.
Sweet. Thanks, Aaron.
All right.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com.